Hello, friends. Thank you so much for choosing to watch another episode of my little YouTube companion show, Soundtrack and Extra. It's lovely to have you with us. Um, First of all, I've personally really like to say thank you to everybody who sent congratulations messages. It was announced this week that along with Dermot O'Leary and Clara Amfo, I'm going to be hosting this year's BAFTA Awards. So excited, so excited. But let's get down to business. We've got another great episode, three fantastic guests coming up for you. Morvid Clark on the way, talking about her just mind-blowing performance in Saint Maud. We've also got Steve McQueen talking about his extraordinary collection of films, the Small Axe series. But first up, Mr. Jamie Dornan. I love Jamie. I think he's a brilliant laugh. He's just really good company. I've been lucky enough to interview him quite a few times and spend a bit of time with him. And I just think he's good crack, as they would say in Ireland. And we know him for quite specific roles. So The Fall being one side of it, and then obviously 50 Shades of Grey, which was this massive phenomenon, quite rightly so. But he's definitely experimenting with what his strengths are, I think. And comedy, it seems to be something that he's a natural at. I think he's got really good timing and you can tell that he's having fun with it. I don't know if you've had the chance to check out Barb and Star, go to Vista Del Mar with Kristen Wiig and Annie Mumolo. It is bonkers and brilliant and stupid and just a really good tonic. So if you haven't watched it yet, then definitely go and see it. And well, here's Jamie talking about it. And I mean, if this doesn't sell the film to you, I'm not sure what will.
Ooh, George, what's this drink with the skull and crossbones over it? Can we get one of those?
It's called the buried treasure. No one's ever finished the whole thing. But if you get to the bottom, it's a real treasure. Sure you guys want to do this?
Yeah. Yes!
Okay.
I love treasure. Yes?
Tried to amend my carnivorous habits.
You finished that already?
Yeah.
Just for the record, we never find the treasure.
You found a little chest at the bottom with the syrupy liquid.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
We licked
We
up
licked
all the syrup.
Let's go.
Yeah.
And you opened the scuba diver's mask and found the 3 pills?
I took a pill.
I had one.
Had a pill.
Oh, well, that's your treasure.
I had so much fun with this film. And those, I mean, Kristen's a bit of a genius, I think, in terms of her physical comedy that she can do. And I love that she almost like spreads that vibe around her entire cast, it would seem. But talk to me a little bit about Edgar and what the appeal was for you about this film and this role.
Well, to be honest, like it was just the two of them, it was Kristen and Annie and their brilliance and their genius. One of my favorite things in the world, pieces of art, offerings, whatever you want to call it, is a SNL sketch that Kristen did. It's Liza Minnelli.
Oh my God, it's amazing. Yeah.
Like that is, to me, that's like the funniest thing I've ever seen. And obviously that, beyond her sketch stuff and SNL days, he's just got this incredible body of work, and they're just so smart. And I was kind of sold purely on the title, and like even hearing you say it there, every time I hear Barb and Star go to Vista Del Mar, I laugh and I smile and I go, Jesus, like what is that? Like, what is that craziness? Why aren't more films called something like that? I hadn't been too quiet about wanting to do a comedy. I'd sort of told enough people, and certainly told my people, my age stuff, that I wanted to do it. And I'm with UTA in LA, who represent all the big comedy people. So I felt like it would happen eventually, but I didn't, and I really wanted it to, but I didn't think it would happen at that level straight away. You know, I didn't think I'd be doing it with the likes of Kristen and Annie straight away, and obviously unbelievably powerful producing team behind it of comedy, titans of comedy themselves. So it was just mad, you know. But literally, I promise you, off the title, I was like, yeah, 100%, I want to do this. I wanted to talk to Josh Greenbaum, the director. If you guys hit it off, then you know we could probably make this happen. I was like, great, listen, let's do it. I read the script, loved it, laughed the whole time, and I jumped on a Zoom with Josh, and Josh and I. It was that thing of I felt like I'd known Josh my entire life, and we just laughed and laughed and laughed. Like it was, you know, usually set aside an hour for those calls. You know, I think we were on for like over 2 hours laughing and talking nonsense until it was like midnight here because he was in LA, and I was like, dude, I just actually have to go to sleep. I could talk to you all night. Yeah, it was a really easy decision.
Was the song and dance number in the script?
It was one line.
No. What was the line?
And when Josh,
he skips across the beach in song.
not even didn't even have that much information. It said, I think it said, Edgar performs an emotional song or an emotional dance. It might not even have said song. And actually, I don't think even when I arrived in Mexico to start shooting it, I don't think they planned for me to sing it. You know, I think they thought it would just be like, they had it recorded by the time I got to Mexico, and with a professional singer or whatever. And I think they just thought they'd keep that in. And then it was alluded to the fact that I could sing a wee bit and maybe I could do it and, you know, give it a go. So we did that. But no, I think on my second Zoom, once I knew I was doing it, this was before people knew what Zoom was. Actually, on my second Skype or FaceTime with Josh, he said something about, you know, when you come out to Mexico, you know, and you'll have 2 or 3 days of doing, you know, dance rehearsals and stuff. And I was like, why? What am I dancing? And he's like, you know, and so I didn't want to act like I didn't know what I was doing. So I was like, yeah. Great, yeah, no, cool. Sounds good. I'll come out early for that. And then it honestly wasn't until I got there and I started doing this. I was sort of thrown into this sort of dance rehearsal, and I was like, hold on, what is this for? I don't even know. And they're like, your big dance number. I was like, I don't even know what that is. And I had to like call like Josh and arrange a meeting with Josh and Kristen and Annie. Go, what are they talking about? Said, oh no, now we see that as this big, you know, emotional like number. We're going to take 2 days to shoot it, and you know,
amazing. Have you danced before? Like, have you had dance training? Because, like, seriously, those pirouettes are pretty impressive.
I'm going to say that what I'll say is it's not all me. I'll say that.
Don't shatter the illusion.
Listen. You know, there's moments that it's me, but actually, there's moments where you're meant to definitely tell that it's not me. For the comedy of it.
Yeah,
just before I do the spin, like I'm spinning and I'm a wee bit off balance. And I'm spinning, but in my head I was doing it perfectly, and then I saw it, I was like, oh, shit, no. But I'm sort of spinning, and then it clearly goes to this like guy who's amazing. He didn't speak any English, and I just kept coming in and going, man, thank you so much. You look so cool. It's really great. And he was like, oh, you know, I think he muster like, thank you. I can't dance seriously, so it kind of worked out well for me that I have to dance in this comedy, and yeah.
Did you enjoy the singing side of it as well? Because I mean, you used to sing. You were in a band and stuff as well. Do you know what I mean? It was part of your world, and it has been as well. Like, you know, sporadically throughout your career, you've performed, you've sung in films and stuff as well. But was that side of it nice?
And I can sing a bit. I never wanted to be in a band. It was just one of those things that I kind of like happened, and then we were pushed along a certain path, and we're quite far down that path. And I was like, Jesus, I didn't really want. Oh, geez, we're on stage. I didn't really want to do it, you know. And then, so I'm very reluctant. I'm a reluctant singer because I did it in a forum that I was uncomfortable. So now when I just have to do it in the odd movie, I'm more comfortable, I guess, you know. the thing with this was it's so hard to sing. Edgar's Prayer is such a belter. It's a proper belter.
Proper show
And
tune.
it's big. And you know, the first time I recorded it in Mexico City, I was really nervous. I actually had a bit of a cold. I wasn't feeling great, and I was like singing my heart out, but struggling to hit the notes and kept having to like transpose it down and stuff to suit my range. And then anyway, did it, and I did it a couple of times. I was getting more and more hoarse. And I was like, this is actually becoming a real struggle now. And then through the glass of the studio, Kristen and Annie arrived, and I was like, oh guys, please, I can't.
Oh man.
Just can't, you know, and they were there for all the right reasons, you know, just to be supportive and show love and care. And, you know, they wrote the movie, they produced in the movie, and by this stage, they're good friends and they'd want to be there, and it's great, but it just piled on the pressure. And I think I sang pretty terribly. And then Millie and I got sent an early screening of it. Just the song, sorry, not the movie, just the song. Anyway, I might dance and we watched it, and it was all a lot of sensory overload, as you can imagine, having not seen it before. And then we finished it, and I said to Millie, I was like, my voice sounds good. Like, I'm quite happy with my, and she was like, that wasn't you. Yeah. I was like, right. Okay. I guess I'd become so accustomed to the backing track of like the professional singer they had do the original track. And I was just now convinced that was me. So I then subsequently found out that I didn't really sing well enough in Mexico City to put it on. So then I re-recorded it at Real World Studios, Peter Gable's studios, just outside Box. So that's why I re-recorded it in fuller voice, and I didn't have a cold, and that's what's in the movie. And like, you know, it's I don't know, it's it.
That's the problem with having a wife who's a brilliant composer and musician, and that she's like instantly there. She's like, it's not you. Sorry.
It's just rained on my brain instantly.
Listen, I loved Wild Mountain Thyme as well. But having, you know, Emily there who, you know, talking about people who can sing, there is somebody who has got some singing chops on her. Do you know what I mean?
I mean, we were at the first glimpse of that, you know, long before Emily and I were close friends, and before we'd worked together. We were at her, Felicity, her sister, married Stanley Tucci. They're very good friends of ours. We were at their wedding 7 years ago, and Emily sang like full-on opera, like solo, like a cappella, like unbelievable, like I think she sang like Ave Maria or something. I mean, something insane. And like pitch perfect. So she can really, really sing, and it's really effortless for her. You know, she'll claim that she gets very nervous. I'm sure she gets nervous, but the effect gets very effortless, and it does just sit within her very comfortably, where I would have to really strain to get any kind of like decency out of my voice.
I love that kind of sort of, I don't want to spoil it for people because it's not out here in the UK yet, but there's a really nice scene at the end of the film that involves the pair of you on stage, which people should look forward to for that one.
Have you ever had a dream since you were a child and you couldn't let it go?
So you put this gate between us?
Has your dream made you happy or miserable?
You kissed him!
It was he that kissed me!
That's what's got him worked up!
I don't understand you people. Why do you make everything so hard? You just seem to accept these crazy things.
I don't like a fight.
Well, who does?
Half of Ireland, just not me.
If my true love, he were gone, I would surely find another.
Anthony, time is running out.
Look
out! What is love? Is it a quest? What are you doing? A madness.
How many days do we have while the sun shines?
It's not shining.
I believe that it is. Will you call us
Oh, the wonderful Jamie Dornan there. Just finishing off there talking about Wild Mountain Thyme, the John Patrick Shanley film that he is in, along with Emily Blunt, Christopher Walken, to name but a few, John Hamm. I really enjoyed it. I thought it was a really good kind of Irish comedy. I mean, being Scottish and seeing how Scottish stereotypes can be emphasized, like the color almost like made brighter for certain films. I enjoy, and it's similar with this, I think, as well, with the whole Irish side to things. It's a really funny film. I've no idea when it's actually coming out here in the UK. It's already out in the States, but I'm hoping, I think it's coming out via Lionsgate at some point. So I'll keep you posted. But if you enjoyed the chat with Jamie, then you can go and listen to our full chat on the episode, or his episode of the podcast Soundtracking.